Can you guys hear me? Whoever's there? Hey. Can you guys hear me good? Hi, guys. This was not a planned live, and it seems to look better. Uh-oh, my internet now. Of my buffering in and out. Why does it do that to me? Is it still buffering? Will you exit out of everything on there? Because it might be because of that. Okay, I'm turning all my internet off. I did that last time and it worked. So, well, I mean, everything on my other computer. It's on the back, but do you know how to, hold on one second. It's on here. Oh, this is off. That's why. Sorry, guys. I'll be right there. Okay. Off. 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 Shut down. Shut down. Okay. Hopefully that works. Could you guys hear me over there? Love you. I'll be in soon. This is just a test. I'm not going to be on for 4 hours. He's like, I'll see you at midnight. Okay, good. Okay, cool. All right. How was your guys' day? Do you guys have a lot of work to do? Because I do. I know, right? I always say that. I'm like, it's only going to be like a 2-hour live, and then it's like double that. Hi, everyone. Is this camera better than the other one? Can you see better? Is it too bright? Okay, so I have a bunch of bummies to do. I know we've already done bummies, but that's the order that I have to do. I have a bunch of these that need to go out. This was supposed to go out today, so I have to priority mail it tomorrow because I didn't get to it, so that's my fault. Okay. It's very clear. Good. Okay. So I guess I just have to make sure all of my other computers are off because apparently my internet isn't. I'll put you guys right here. Actually, I actually made a video today, but I didn't get to finish editing it. So I decided to do a live instead because I wanted to get something up for today and I didn't get my video edited. So I just thought this would be something in replacement of a video, but I will be getting my video up tomorrow. So stay tuned and I'll have that up. I don't think this is a good angle. I think the hardest part about sewing is like trying to find a good angle. So you guys tell me what you like. Do you like it up close or do you like it farther away? I know I'm so close. And I just bought this really nice camera and it came yesterday. So I was like, well, I'm going to try on my phone after I get over 1,000 subscribers, probably next week. I'll use my phone and try that, or I might just pop on and do another like test live, I guess, and see which one works better for me, because I do a lot of moving around and I need a bunch of like up close angles. Yeah, so my other camera, when I would put it right here on this light, I would have to turn the light off because it would be like so bright that you guys couldn't see anything. So it's good that it kind of like balances itself out. You're working on bummies too? Yeah. I have a lot of bummies to get done tonight. Hi, Alicia. Okay, I also have my mic on, but that's because I didn't think I was going to be on very long tonight. I used it the other night and it literally like shut off on me because I guess they only last a certain amount of time and I didn't know that. So it like cut off on me. Okay, I'm trying to get you guys a good view. What about right here? How's that? Let's see. I think that's pretty good. All right. So again, I'm going to just be working. If you guys have questions, I'm going to pop back into the chat every now and then and see what you guys have to say. But if I'm just sewing and you ask me something, I'm probably not going to see it. So talk to each other while I'm sewing. What kind of cups are you making, Kayla? Like sayings? And if you see me looking back, it's because my computer's behind me. So I'm going to do this one last because I need to get this one finished. And I actually need to take a picture of these tonight because I don't have a picture of my dinosaur bummies yet. So whenever I make something, all of my clothing, in rompers, bummies, leggings, anything that you see, and then for girls, I do matching headbands, and then for boys, I do matching beanies. So whenever I have a new print come in, and I make, say, like a legging or a romper in it, and then someone buys it, I usually just take like the leg or the cuff of it and then list it as a romper or whatever. And then when I get that order in, I'll make it and then I'll do a picture of it. So that's what I did with this dinosaur bummy. I don't have a picture of it yet, of the bummies. So I'm going to have to take a picture when I'm done with this. And that is on the other side of my garage. So I don't think I can take you guys over there with me tonight. But these are so cute. Tell me how my camera does since I'm testing it, and I have never used this one before. Is it shaky? Does it move too much? Is it clear? Is Gabby here? I didn't see Gabby on here. Well, if you're here, hello. I didn't see you on here yet. So the other night, I couldn't think of the name of this this needle. This is my large eye needle. I use this for everything. And this is Cindy. This is what I use to do all the tail ends of my threads. So sometimes it gets stuck, like it's getting stuck right now. So if that happens, I'll just cut the end off because there's a knot on the end. And then I just pinch my fingers, if you can see. I just pinch it all the way up to the top. And then that's why I use a large eye, because it just goes right through the thread. And then I just stick it, hopefully you can see what I'm doing, right in the seam right here, like an inch or so. And it doesn't really matter how far you go in. It's just wherever I feel like stopping, I stop. And then I cut it off. And then it's just like on there, and it's not going to go anywhere. But on the bummies, I think the most important part is making sure you get the crotch seam right here caught. Because if you don't, then you're going to have a big hole right there where they open their legs. So I think that these are kind of similar to the pattern that you guys did, or whoever did it with Connie. I don't know what pattern she did, but they looked like kind of the picture. Super simple. You just want to make sure you always have all 3 layers while you're sewing it. Otherwise, you have problems. And I know it's probably happened to everybody, but taking out seams on a regular sewing machine is a breeze compared to having to take out serge seams. Like, it is literally my worst nightmare if I have to take out a serge seam. I mean, it's not hard, it just, you don't want to have to do it. So I just try to pay attention while I'm doing it. There's a fly in here and it's like all over me. So I made a video today, and in the middle of my video, I had to stop and hurry up and package orders. So of course I didn't want to miss that part in my video. So I hurried up and packaged all the orders that needed to go out. So I had to cut my video short. And then I was trying to upload it, and it took forever uploading because that's just my luck. So I have to do this over here. I'm sorry. So yeah, that was my day. It's been a day. But I figured, why not jump on here tonight and do this, because I need to finish these anyway. And I didn't feel like working alone, so I wanted to be able to talk to you guys, even though you feel like you're talking to the camera. It's nice to have people to chat with while you're working. And I'm getting, I think, a little better at I'm still nervous, like my nerves are still shaking right now, but I think I'm getting better than I was in the beginning. So you just kind of like pull them as you go. Oh, you guys, I always like try to find like such good like scissors. I almost called them shears. I don't know if you guys knew, but I used to be a hairstylist, so I always call my customers my clients, and then my scissors my shears, so I get them all confused. But anyway, I found these at Walmart, and they're just small little Frisker regular scissors, but they were in the sewing section, and I love them. They're so sharp. and I found them because I was looking for the applique ones, and they were all out of the applique ones, but these were next to it. And oh my gosh, you guys, if you don't have them, oh my god, this fly. These are so sharp. So you know how I told you in my last live that I use these to snip my extra strings, and then I use these to cut on my rompers. I cut the corners, and it's really thick, so I use these. So that's why I got these, because like, I don't know, my fingers, I have chunky fingers, and they always get caught like in these little holes. So I saw these, and then they were a bigger hole, so I was like, I thought maybe that would work better, and they are amazing. I love them so much. So anyway, if you're interested and you need a good pair of scissors for cheap, those ones are nice. Okay, so see how fast that is? I just sewed that whole pair of bummies, just like that. I just got to put the tag on and press them, and then they're ready to go. After you press them, they look a lot prettier, but yeah, those are so cute. Am I rubbing my microphone like when I move? Is it all fuzzy? Because I noticed when I watched back some of my videos, like I kept rubbing against it. Yes, please like my video, guys. It really, really helps me. Trying to grow my channel here. But I understand, because sometimes I'll get on a live without clicking the like button, not because I didn't want to, but just because I forgot. And then when somebody mentions it, I'm like, oh yeah, crap. So then you go like it. So I totally get it. Gabby, I watched your video right before I came out here. The one that you just posted. It was so cute. I love it. I love your little your onesie that you made. The little, what's the guy called? I can't remember the name. Your Star Wars dude. It's really, really hard to find cute boy prints. So when I do, I like buy so much of it. But I also have like, I don't know. It's like I have different tastes than a lot of people. Like all my prints are, I guess, more modern. I don't know. So I'm always afraid that people aren't going to like my new prints when I put them out. Hi, Mia. My God, you guys, this fly is like the death of me today. I'm putting these on wrong because I'm not paying attention. But I double checked. So that's what I'm talking about, like having to take them off and redo them because you're not paying attention. It's a lot of flipping and turning of these. And so I always check before I take it off if I got it a lot. And this one, I got it, but not as much as I would like. So I'm going to go over that piece right there before I take it off just to get it more secure. So I don't know how this is happening, but today I got 2 orders that were like local, that didn't know me. They didn't know, they don't, not from YouTube, not from Instagram, nothing. They just they just saw me on Etsy. And then they messaged me and they were like, we're actually local to you. Is there any way that I can come do like a porch pickup because I need this by, whatever date? And so I just thought that was so weird. Like how random, like 2 in one day. I do offer porch pickup, but I have a bin out in my front of my porch that says, well, I have 2. I have one that says the USPS because that's what I use because most of my items, well, lately this week for some reason, a lot of my items are over 1 pound because I'm doing a lot of blankets, but usually they're less than 1 pound. So I use USPS because it's cheapest. So I have a bin for USPS and then I have a bin for porch pickup. So it's nice because I used to do markets, and so I have a bunch of extra like bags and whatnot from my markets. So I'm actually like working on getting rid of all that stuff instead of wasting it. Plus I like wrapping it instead of having to put it in a shipping bag. I guess anything that's just like a different process than what you're used to on a day-to-day basis is just kind of fun. When you're a crafter, anything like that's fun. Did any of you guys do a pre-order with Angela? I'm super excited because she's starting to ship them out. And of course, I don't remember everything I ordered from it, but I'm excited. I wish on lives, when you guys typed comments, that it would talk to me so that I could hear your comments because I can't turn around and read them. They should do that. Who's here? What pre-order I'm always missing on Angela's blanks? She did a pre-order like not a really long time ago, but a while ago, like a month or so. And if you watch her last video she just uploaded, she showed all the pre-orders that came in. Just like different blanks. She did like boy blanks, like red and blue shirts. She did like gowns with matching like headbands and stuff like that. So just a bunch of different stuff. So like the blanks that I got, they have like pattern sleeve and then a matching headband for the girls, and then it's blank on the outfit. And so I'll just embroider something on it or whatever I come up with. I'm not sure yet. Haven't really figured it out. These are my planet ones. So like I was saying, my prints, I'm always afraid people aren't going to like them because they're more like modern, I guess. All of my backgrounds typically, like this is typically my brightest one that I have. Like even though it's white background, the colors in it are very bright. All of my other patterns are really like neutral toned. So I'm always scared that people aren't going to like them. Okay, so these are actually leggings. I need to do these ones. 2018. So like this one even is like, what focus? It's like super light. Thank you. The gowns with the tie-dye arms are super cute. Yes, I love those ones. I'm not sure if I got those or not. I honestly like cannot remember which ones I ordered because I thought they were all so cute. I just went crazy with it all. You live in Indiana. I got my notification Tuesday and got them today. Yes. I don't know if I got my notification. I haven't checked, but I probably did. Okay. So when I do, like, this order has 3 of them in one. So a lot of my orders have like multiples in them. And what I'll do is lay them all out, put the sides facing each other. And then these are the cuffs and then the waistband. So I'm going to do that to each one of them. Waistband. So I fold them all up like this after I cut them so that I can go through them and that they all fit in the bag. So these are my mermaid ones if you guys haven't seen the mermaid. Those have been on my shop for a long time because they're a really good seller. A lot of moms like it for their little girls. And this one is actually a really old print from Joann's that I'm just trying to get rid of because I'm moving now all to organic. And so I'm just getting rid of my old fabric. And it's this, I don't know, you guys have probably seen it. It's the polka dot one. Super cute, but I just don't like working with it. It's too stretchy for me. And I wanted to be all organic. So I changed all my stuff to that. So almost done with it. And then I'll eventually be all switched over. So like in my descriptions, I just can't say that these are organic. I just say that they're a cotton knit. But all my other ones have like organic in all caps. And then I sew all the bodies together. I don't really have a particular way I do it. Sometimes I do both sides, like one side and then the other side. Sometimes I do it what I'm doing right now, where I do one side and then the crotch seam and then the other side. It just depends. But I hate working with this fabric. So FYI to whoever's new, this fabric's really not easy to work with. I mean, it's doable, but I would rather work with something else. The outcome is the same, though. They look cute after. How much do you buy of each print usually? So when I first buy a print and I don't know how it's going to sell, I get 4 yards. And then I usually sell out of that really fast. And then I usually get 10 yards. If I want to keep the print, I'll get 10 yards. And I buy all my fabric from Spoonflower, so it's really expensive, but and you don't get a discount. They don't really care. And I just have higher prices. So that's how I account for it. But nobody ever says anything about my prices. So I just go with it, I guess. I don't really know why I grabbed these cuffs because I was doing the body, but I grabbed those cuffs and started sewing them. So now those are done. I meant to grab the body of this. That's what happened. See, this is just so much easier. Like, honestly, once I started sewing with this, I never went back. Like, that was when I was just like, okay, I am going to change everything that I work with, fabric-wise. And then that was when I became all organic. I just started doing that. And I upped my prices, which was scary because you don't know if that's gonna if that's gonna do good or not. But you just kind of have to stick with it. Like, I was gonna sell all of my old fabric that I don't use, but I decided just to kind of to use it up because it's cute. I like it. I just don't I don't like sewing with it, but I figured I got it for a reason. It's cute. People liked it, so I might as well just sell it. Or, I mean, make clothing with it. I did the same thing with like blankets. Like when I first started making blankets, I have so much fabric for blankets that I don't use because now, again, I buy all my blanket fabric from Spoonflower as well. And I use all their Minky. And I have so much Minky fabric from like Joann's, like all the dimple dot. I have, because I will use dimple dot if somebody like requests it, but most I use the faux fur, and I get mine from fabric.com. And so I use that pretty much on all my blankets unless they request it. But I have so much of the Luxe flannel from Joann's, which is super soft. And there's no reason why I'm not using it. It's just like all of my blankets I wanted to be like all the same. And so that's why I haven't been using it. But I thought about it the other day, and just like how I'm using up this fabric, I want to probably just make up blankets and use all my extra fabric that I haven't used and just see if I can sell it. Not really sure what else to do with it. It's nice. I don't want to just, it's just sitting in bins right now. So after I do all the body pieces, I go through and do all the cuffs. And then I go through and do all the waistbands. And then I flip them all. Flip them and clip them. They all have to be clipped. And that's the reason why I cut them inside out like this, if you were wondering, is because I cut them, and this is how they're cut. I don't know if you can't see this. So this is how they're cut on the table, on the fold. And then because they're inside out like this, they're inside out. And so then they're already like that from being cut. So then all I have to do is fold the corner to corner up, like how I showed you in my tutorial. I just flip the bottom corner up to the top corner, and then that's how I take it to the machine, and then that's ready to go. So it's just kind of like burning one extra step by not cutting it the wrong way. Same thing with the waistbands. I cut them like that, and then that way I just bring the corner up like that. Make sure they're even. How is my video and my sound and my picture? Discord's crazy. You guys, I really want to put the chat up on my phone, but I'm scared I'm going to lose you guys because it always gets disconnected. But I can't read from that far away. It has to be up close. So now I'm just going through and taking off all of the extra thread. So usually what I do, because I don't get to see all your guys' comments and stuff. So like the next day or even that night after I get off of the live, I'll go into my room and lay down because, you know, after a live, you still have like energy. So I'll go and then I'll look at the chat and I'll go through it. The only thing that I've noticed is that it's like your live chat, so you can't fast forward through it. So when you have a 4-hour live, it's like, okay, this fly, man. You have to watch your own live. Am I doing it wrong? Is there something I'm missing? So to the girls in Discord, Nita just made a thread about it. Really? Okay, I'll look into that, Shayna. Thank you. Yeah, I have like no use for it. Honestly, like I keep forgetting, honestly, to take it off of my Etsy. And so like when I get an order for it, I literally am like, ugh, I hate it. I hate working with it. And also, not only that, but like when like she ordered 2 pairs of organic bummies and then 1 pair of this, and when she gets it, she's going to be able to tell the difference. And some people don't care, but some people do. And so that's why when I write my letter to her, I'm going to tell her like just like just an update, like, I hope that you read in the description that these ones are organic and these ones aren't. So if you are not aware of that, please let me know. Because honestly, like, I just want them to be happy. Okay, so I think I told you guys before, the cuffs go right side. When I pin them, the pattern goes up, like facing the right way. When I pin the waistband, because you pin on the raw edges, the pattern faces down, so it looks upside down. So it's kind of confusing when you first start doing them, but then once you do them, it just kind of comes natural. And then you just do your 4 center points. And these are life. I can't live without these things. I forgot one. Okay, so I have a new product coming. I'm only doing it for the shop that I'm in, though. I'm not putting it on Etsy or anything. But it's going to be this super cute tooth fairy, like pouch or pocket or pillow or something. I have a picture that I want of it, and I got to create it. So I'm going to have fun with that. I might do a video on it. It's going to be super cute, like super pretty. Like it's more towards girls, but I'm going to make a boy version too. So you boy moms, don't worry. I got you covered because I have boys too. So everything that I do for a girl, I always try to recreate for a boy because those boys need love too. Right, Cindy? Boy mom? So this is the hardest part, I think, because they always fall. Like you have to make sure they're really even all the way around because it gets loose. And that's why I pinch it like that, so it doesn't go anywhere when I'm moving. And then I pinch it, and then I pinch it. And then I just pin. Let me know if you go live tomorrow so I can be there. Who's going live? Please hit the like button. I would really appreciate it. You guys, I'm almost to 1,000 subscribers. I hit my goal faster than I thought, which is super exciting. And for those of you who are on here, I did not plan this live. I just needed to get these orders done tonight, and I got a new camera, so I wanted to test it out. So any feedback would be greatly appreciated. And then I'm probably going to do another test next week after I hit my 1,000 subscriber mark, so I can use my phone. I want to compare the difference between the two, because like right now I have you guys on my tripod with my webcam, but I can't really like get up in here. I know it's like it's kind of close, but with my phone I feel like I can get like right up in there. So we'll see. I don't know. I have never used my phone, so I'm not sure. And so the nice thing about non-directional prints is that you don't have to worry about which way your cuffs or your waistband go. You just flip them and make sure they're nice and even, and then you're good to go. And I broke 2 nails today. Yes. I always cut off the extra thread right there because I don't want it to get caught up back here. And I made a lot of the organic nursing pads that I do. They have fleece on the back of them, so they get a lot of fuzz, and so my machine is dirty. I need to clean it. I usually clean it every time after I do a bunch of those because it builds up in here. So I didn't get to do that before tonight. You have a question. I have to put the namely on something that needs to be cleared. I think so. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think you do. Amber, what are your pro tips for growing? For growing on what? What platform? This YouTube platform or in general? Etsy? What are you talking about? So mark your center points, pinch. Here, YouTube. Honestly, I have no idea how I got my subscribers. I just like come on here. I started doing lives every Monday. so that I had a consistent like thing going. And then I just uploaded videos once a week. And so like tonight I was supposed to upload a video and then I didn't get to because I didn't get to edit it in time. So that's why I also decided to go live so that I would at least have something on the algorithm. So it's just consistency like every week. And then also like I've noticed, and I've actually gone back on my videos and redone or like redid my titles and my tags and my description. It's just like Etsy. You want to have a good base and then that way people can find you. So honestly, that's all I've done. And I don't know like how I jumped from like the first 3 weeks it took me to get to like 300 subscribers in the first 3 weeks. And then from week 3 to week 4, I'm all the way up to almost 1,000. So I don't know how it jumped that fast or what I did for that. But I mean, I'm not going to complain about it, but I don't know how I did that. I just was consistent, I guess. I'm not sure. They liked something I did, and I don't know what it is. I wish I could figure it out because I would keep doing that. But you need to jump on here and do this. Like, you haven't done a live, have you? It's so nerve-wracking when you first start. Good tags. Okay, so like when I do tags, I'll do like basically like what you put in your title, because I think tags and I do on YouTube. So like when I do my title, like I'll say exactly like what I'm doing. And then in my tags, I'll put like, so like my leggings video, I would put make leggings with me or work on like handmade leggings or using my brother's serger, or using my sewing machine, or like stuff like that is what I've been doing. I don't know if that's right or wrong or what, I don't know, but that's just what I've done. So I'm just describing what I'm doing. And then in my title, I do the same thing. I'll say like tonight I put like work live with me on Etsy orders. Like you want it, like, I don't know why it's Etsy orders, but everything I've noticed that there's this fly, everything that has gotten a lot of views has Etsy in it. I don't know if that's a thing, but I've noticed that. Just describe really good what you're doing. And the reason why I say that is because I noticed when I looked back at my videos, the ones that like from the beginning that I didn't really know what I was doing with, my title and tags, like I had only like a couple hundred views on them. And then like my next video would have like thousands of views on them. So I was like, what did I do different? So I kind of like researched it. And that's what I found on my personal videos. Wait, what? Hold on. I'm missing all this, guys. Okay, what does it say? You need to redo your tag and title. Thanks for the tip. Yes, your title, description, and tags are just like Etsy. Yeah, so hard. You're right. Yeah, I just went through each of my listings. Hooked stitch by stitch. What is your name? Is it Narrow? Am I saying that right? So I asked the ladies on Discord. I was so frustrated in the beginning because I could not figure out how to edit my videos. So I honestly I would have been on YouTube way sooner than I was actually on YouTube because I couldn't figure out how to edit. And just one day I got so frustrated that I just sat down for literally hours, and it took me like 3 days for hours on end trying to figure out how to edit. And I finally got it down, but I had to steal my daughter's her Apple computer because the only program I could figure out was iMovie. It's super simple now, and so now the longest part for me to do a video is actually the downloading part. So have faith, just don't give up because you can do it. It's even a slog, day in the life of small business because people do so. Yeah, exactly. To video. Just bought a serger this week and searching on things of the serger, I found your channel. Aw. I wonder what I put in there for that to be searched or for it to come up. Yeah, shorter videos are definitely easier to edit. Longer videos take a long time, but they do get you more watch hours. And I like both videos. I like short videos and longer videos because sometimes I just want to sit and watch. Other times I just want a quick tutorial or something. So do both. That's what I do. Don't be a doubter. Believe in yourself. The only way you will succeed is if you believe in yourself. Don't worry about what other people think. Just do you. Thank you, Zhao. So today I recorded a video, just like a work with me video again, but I was doing different things today. Lots of blankets, lots of loveys, also little clothing and stuff. But I just literally set my phone up and let it record me. And so it's a lot of video. And I'm going to have to edit probably 3 hours worth of a video, but it's not going to be that long. So the other day when I did it, it was 2 hours and 50 minutes, but then I brought it down to 20. I didn't take anything out. I just edited it. So you just video record yourself while you're working. And for those of you who are new here, if you don't know, I work in my garage. This is my RV garage, and we don't have a boat or anything, so this is my shop. And I do all handmade items. I do baby stuff. I want to bring in mom shirts. I just haven't got there yet because I'm busy doing all this and I can't get caught up. So I haven't brought anything new in. Well, except for my tooth fairy stuff that I was just talking about, but that's just for the shop here locally. So I just want to do fast, easy shirts to match their children, or just sayings just little sayings that you see on coffee cups and stuff, just stuff like that, snarky sayings I wanted to bring in just for fun for moms. Because I have this one shirt that I buy for myself that I love. It's just a t-shirt, but it's a cute, comfy t-shirt, and it's got some style to it. And I just love how vinyl is on it. It takes so well. So I thought that would just be something cute. You always want to think of like something that people can upgrade on their order. So like I do matching headbands for all of my clothing items. So like if they ordered these and they wanted a matching headband, I would do a matching headband. For boys, I do a matching beanie. So just like stuff like that. So I thought that the shirts for a mom would be like an upgrade to their item or to their order. So I'm always trying to think of something like that. Or that's why I do the teethers, like a gift set or something. So then I always double check the crotch area to make sure that there's no holes and that they're nice and secure in there. But these are the polka dot ones. So there. And I don't do this in any particular order. I mean, I do the beginning of it the same every time, but then I don't ever do like all the waistbands first and then the legs first or this or that. I just kind of grab and go. If I feel like doing the legs first, I'll do the legs first. It all turns out to be the same amount of time to me. I only like to do pin one at a time. If you're wondering why I don't pin both of them at the same time, is because this area right here is so close together that when I get under here and it's all like I have to flip it and turn it each way, these clips get in the way. So if that's why I do that, if you're wondering. So I've been thinking about Monday. If you guys don't know, I do lives every Monday, but every other Monday I do a tutorial or a sew along. And I was thinking about doing matching mommy and me headbands. How do you guys feel about that? This one wasn't that bad, Julie. Like honestly, I just told my husband the other day that I've been thinking about getting an industrial machine because I sew a lot of clothing. But honestly, I don't know because I love this machine. It's so easy. I just know it. Like I could close my eye. I could sew with my eyes closed with this one is what I'm trying to say. So I just almost feel like if this one gave up on me, then I would just buy another one. And I just know it. So I feel safe with it, I guess. I have a 6 needle machine serger, Cricut maker, but I don't have time to do it. You don't have time to do what? Aw, thank you, Mia. You're so sweet. Are you talking about you don't have time to do your serger, or you don't have time to do any of all that stuff you mentioned? Okay. See, look, right here, it got off. And if I wouldn't have caught that, then I would have been in trouble. So you got to make sure it's all nice and straight. 3 layers. You want to see all 3 of those layers. And go slow when you get to this middle seam right there. Did you hear it? It's like it sounds like it's like hard to go through because it's so thick. You don't want to go fast over a seam like that, otherwise you'll break a needle. The headbands are super quick. So what I'll probably do is the headbands, and then maybe either just continue working, or we can do 2 projects or whatever you guys want. But the headbands are really easy and they don't require much. And you literally just need like, I don't know, like less than 10 inches wide of fabric. I guess that would be wide or long. And then probably, it depends on what size you guys want to do. So I can give you, when I write the description or like the supplies needed, I'll give you guys sizes and you can decide on what size you want to do. It's the same pattern for every size. It's just whether it's a little bit bigger or not. So I'll give you guys the dimensions. I'll put it all on one sheet like I did for last week. And if you're not on Discord, I will put it in under my scheduled YouTube live, I'll put it in there. And then if you guys don't know, on Sundays, Connie from Scandies, she does her lives. Gabby, is she doing it this week? I can't remember. So she does tutorials too, but I think this week's just her regular live because we all do it every other week. And then Gabby from Best of Both Worlds Co., she just did hers on last night, but usually she'll do them on Tuesday nights. And so she'll do hers in 2 weeks. So not this coming Tuesday, but the following Tuesday. If I'm not saying this correctly, please correct me. And I will link them. I didn't write a full description for tonight, but I will link them when I get off this live. Pretty sure you guys all know who they are, but I'll link them anyway. So sergers, Cindy, how are you liking your serger? Have you been using it? I love how neat and tidy Amber is when she snips off her threads and puts them in the trash. Sometimes they're all over my legs and everything else. When I'm in a brush, I vacuum at the end. But yeah, I hate messy. I always have to vacuum in here too. And I'm constantly like dusting and everything, like on all of my like surfaces. I have dust those, there's one back there. There's one, they're all over. The dusters. I 'cause, 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 'c this is my garage. And so I also like, my husband got so frustrated the other day because I put like really thick paper. I tape it on our vents in our garage. You know, you have vents on the bottom. Well, I don't know if everyone does, but we do. And so because I work in here, I don't want dust or anything in here. As much as I can control it, I'm going to control it. And so all of my fabric is in bins anyway. The ones that I don't use on a day-to-day basis are in bins. The ones that I'm using every day, I keep on one of those like fabric bolts. And so anyway, I put this paper over the vent and the tape had come unattached. And so it was really windy yesterday and the paper kept flapping back and forth. And so my husband was like, what is that noise? And I didn't know what it was either. And then I finally realized that it was a piece of paper that I'd put over the vent. So anyway, long story short, he was so frustrated with it. He had to go fix it. He like pulled all my bins out and fixed the vent. So there's no more flapping now. These are my ice cream ones. These might be one of my favorites just because they're so, like, I don't know. They're just so cute. So when I look on Spoonflower, if you guys have ever been on there, you can literally search anything you want. And I'll look up a name and thousands of things come up. So I literally just scroll. I have a touch screen, so I do my finger and I just scroll and scroll and scroll. And then once, like, if my eye hits one print, I buy it because I'm like, obviously I stopped for a reason. And that's how I do like my seasonal ones too, because there's so many different seasonal prints too. And so the first one that I see that catches my eye, just like with house decorations or anything else, like if you see it and you like it, or if you like are browsing and then you like save it and then you go back and you don't remember you saved that one, but then you look at it again and you're like, oh, I already looked at that. I must really like it. It's kind of like that. So when I see a good fabric, I buy it. Sometimes you have to give that a little nudge. My chair is squeaky. I need to WD-40 it. My husband works from home still, and when he goes like this, he'll be on a conference call and he'll just be going back and forth and it's squeaking, and I'm like, can you please do something about that? So he's constantly like oiling all of the chairs. I think it's because we work in our garage and it's like just outside weather. Yes, thank you, Sandy. I appreciate it. Do you guys have any questions for me right now? I'm going to pin these on here and then I'm going to answer some questions if you guys have any questions. Magnet vent covers? Where are such a thing as that? I have never heard of that. I would go program Amber. person that adds 100 things to the cart and then has to narrow it down to consider what I actually need and will use right now. Actually the same way, but when you're on Spoonflower, you would understand that it's super expensive. And so I'm like, okay, usually I'll add like one boy. I used to do like, when I wouldn't order as many yards when I was first starting, I would order like a couple yards of, I used to do like 2 boys, 2 girls, and then a gender neutral. So that's how I would do it. Now that I'm ordering more seasonal like prints, like we just got done doing Christmas. Now I'm doing my, I didn't really do a Valentine's print because I already had 2 different variations of heart prints. And so I just didn't do that. But I already I did my Easter print already. I had one print that I'd already had from last year that I never got to because I was too busy, which is a good thing, but I just had that fabric sitting in my bin for a whole year. And so it was nice that I had a bunch of it to make stuff and get my like pre-orders and stuff ready. So I have that was the girl print that I'd already had from last year. So I had to go and find a boy print. So I found a boy print and it's on its way. It's so cute. It's just super like classic, but modern, really cute. I'll show you guys when I get it. So now that's all I do. For seasonal prints, I do 1 girl and 1 boy. And then randomly when I'm like, oh, I want to throw in like a new print because I've had the same ones for a long time. Because I do keep a handful of prints like year round because they're my popular sellers and people just really love them. And so I'll keep those all year round. And then what I do is just rotate in like new prints here and there. And I do the same thing with my blankets, my Minky fabrics and stuff like that. I still make bibs and burp cloths for the shop that I'm in, but I don't do it for my Etsy site just because they are so popular, but also like not good of a price point, I guess. So they're like $8. And if I got so many orders of them, it would take me more time to make them than it would to actually make money off of them, if that makes sense. So I just get away with them and I just make them for the shop. I might bring them back. I don't know. I love doing them. It's just I was getting so busy with other things that I just didn't have the time to sit there and make a ton of bibs and burp cloths. So anyway, I always try to change out my prints at Home Depot and Lowe's. I'll have to go look. Magnet cover in Walmart. The magnet covers. Oh yeah. Do you make multi-sizes in baby items or is it just typically one size? I do size. So for my bummies, I do 0 to 3 up to 18 to 24 months. In my leggings, I do newborn all the way up to, because newborn and 0 to 3 are 2 different sizes. Newborns are smaller, obviously. So I do newborn 0 to 3 and then all the way up to 2-3T. But I can make them up to size 6. I don't put that on my site, but what I do put is in my description, I say, if you need a custom size or if you need a bigger size higher than 3T, please message me and I can accommodate. Obviously, the price is going to go up a little because you're using a lot more fabric. So that's just what I put in my description. So I can go up to size 6T, but it's only listed to size 3. Rompers, I do size 0 to 3 up to the same 3T. And I say the same thing for my rompers in my description. I have a website and I have an Etsy shop. It's all Being in Bliss. My Etsy shop is just Being in Bliss. You'll see my logo. My logo is the same everywhere. And then my website is just beinginbliss.com. I keep it simple. Okay. So I know last time I told you guys that I was relaunching my website, which is still happening, but we ran into some issues with the pictures because they weren't formatted the right way for this new website I'm doing. So my marketing company that I'm working with had to reformat all of my pictures. And if you can imagine how many pictures that is when I have over 130 listings. And so it's just a lot of pictures to do. So they needed an extra week to upload and do all that. So my site should be relaunched hopefully next week. Because I started out obviously on Etsy, and then when I grew bigger, I got my own website. And I'm always going to keep Etsy because it is like free marketing. Well, not free because you pay for it, but it's good marketing. Etsy just markets themselves, so you just get clientele that way. So I'll always keep Etsy on the side. But my website, I wanted to build that up too. So on my business cards, the first thing that they see is my website, and then they'll see Etsy. But on everything, I always put my website first. That's just how I like to do it. There's no right or wrong way to do it. That's just what I prefer. But so what I was saying was I started out my website on GoDaddy platform. And it worked great. I loved it. It was simple. It was easy. It was nice. The only thing was the SEO. So I started working with this company. It's a husband and wife team, and they're amazing. And they took it over. I met with them, and they took over my website, and they redid it all. They just redid everything, and I'm just paying them like a monthly fee, and I had to pay like a startup fee and all the other stuff, but now I'll just be doing like a monthly fee, and they'll take over like all the marketing, all everything. So if I have like a new item or anything like that, I just email them what I'm doing or a picture. So I'll still have to take my pictures because that's my choice though. They said they could do it for me, but I said, no, I want to do my own pictures because I like them a certain way. So what I'll just do is give them all the information they need, and then they upload it all and do all the tags and titles and all that crap that we don't want to do because it takes forever, and I don't have to think about all that. They already know all the ins and outs of everything. So we'll see how it works. I'll give you guys an update on how business is. Good night, whoever's leaving. Good night. Thanks for coming. This needle? This needle, I just got it I think I got it at Walmart or Joann's. I'm not sure. But I keep this needle because I feel like, sorry, I just hit the microphone. I have this one too, but the end is a lot sharper than this one. This one's like almost round on the end, so it just glides right through. So I just like, when my son comes out here and he tries to play with my stuff, it's funny because I'm like, don't touch my needle because this is the one needle that I love. I think so. Yeah, Julie. It just came on like, I'll have to figure it out because I do need to buy more. I think it came in a whole pack though, but it was the biggest one in the pack. But it's like if I can't, what I do, if it doesn't go through right away, I'll take the tip of it and then I'll fold it down like that. And then I'll just pinch it up. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing, but I'll just pinch it up and then it goes right through the needle hole or the eye of the needle. And then I just make sure it's straight, and then I just put it through right here. Because I have like this thing right here. Where'd it go? I have this, and I hate it because this always gets caught on my strings and it pulls. I don't know if I'm like using it wrong or what, but I just like my needle. I like, when I find something I like, I just go with it and I don't change. Because every time I try to change, it messes me up. So if you find something and you are good with it, just stick with it. There's really, like, to me, like, I feel like there's no right or wrong way to do things. Like, I just do it the way that it works, and if it works good and it looks good, then I keep it that way. Fold it over the needle, and I know I try, but I just don't like it. My snap press, Shirley, I got my snap press on Etsy from a shop called I Love Big Buttons, all one word, and each letter of the next word is capitalized. So I, and then capital L, and then just write the love. I love big buttons. I can link her in there, but if you just search that in Etsy, that's where I get all my cam snaps. Unless I'm in like a crunch and I need to get like a certain color, like a black or gray or white or whatever, I just go to Amazon if I need it like in 2 days. But if not, I get all my cam snaps from her, and that's where I got my press. And I cannot live without that thing, because sometimes I'll take this inside my house. It's just my like handheld one, but this thing hurts my hands if I'm pressing like more than like 4 rompers, because each romper has 8, 2, 4, 6, 8 times, you know, it's just a lot of snaps. Yes, I love big buttons, just like that. Do I always? I never use my cutter. So my cutter is always off. I don't have my cutter on at all. It's down all the way. When I first got this, I'm self-taught completely, and so I just kind of messed with it and stuff, and I could not figure out how to get my edge with the cutter on. I couldn't get it good with the cutter. I couldn't get it as good as with the cutter off, and so I just perfected the way to do it to my standard with it off, and I just do that every time, and it turns out, you know, every time I can get it right on the edge like that. Can you see? I don't know if you can see that, but I don't use my cutter ever. But I make my own patterns, and so I don't have seam allowances. I make them to be sewn the way, just straight through. I don't have any certain allowances for anything. Thank you, Sandy. Okay, I'm just gonna run over here really quick. I gotta sew my waistband really fast. I'll move this for you. I'm just gonna go right there. I have my cords back here, so I don't want to run over anything. So this is what I do for my waistbands. I just do a zigzag stitch over them, and I just overlap it on, I think this is a 2-3. Yeah, this is a 2-3. So I just overlap it like a good inch. And then I leave my width the same, but my length, I move to a 3, and I'm on a zigzag stitch. And I go all the way down and then all the way back up. Pull it out a little bit, and then I go down the same thing on the other side. I don't have a cutter on this machine, so I cut it myself. Now, because I'm over here, so this is how I multitask. Because I'm already over here, I'm going to put my waistband, my sizes and my tags on these. That way I don't have to come back and do it again. Just do it right now while I'm here. And these are both 6 to 9. And these are what I keep my tags in. And they're boy ones, so I use my black labels for the boys. I know you can't see that, but they're my black ones. And then I just do a straight stitch on that, and I move it to 5. And I just put my tags on this serged edge right here, if you were wondering. I try not to ever drop anything because I am in my garage. So those 2 are ready to go. And then all 3 of these are 12 to 18. So 1, 2, and they're all girls. So I'll use my girl tags. And there's this seam line in the middle of the back right here where I'm putting them. And so I always put, this fly. I always put my tag, my label on one side of it and then the size on the other side of it. And so if you see me like trying to push it through, it's because the seam where they meet in the middle is a little bit thicker. So I have to like nudge it through a little bit. And it's like that on every one. And I'll show you what I mean. I don't want to step on any cords. So, like, can you see that? So this seam line right here, I put my tag on one side and then the size tag on the other. And then it's flipped underneath right there. So when you iron them, or when I press them, they lay down flat. I just always make sure that they got caught in there really well. And you always make sure that you fold it down right and you don't get any of this underneath. So now that that's done, all I have to do is press them and then they're ready to go. And if you're new here, I do not use an iron. I use my heat press for everything. I know that seems probably kind of funny, but I just don't like to use an iron. I feel like the heat press is just so much easier. Okay, I'm going to put you back to here. You guys have any questions? I know I'm not really chatting on here. Who asked a question, Sandy? Leslie, I'm just kind of working through some of my orders. I have bummies, leggings, I have a romper to do, some headbands. I was just on here to test out my new camera that I got and just to see how it worked and if the connection was good. So tonight was just kind of a test night, but I just had to get through some of these orders too. So that's what I'm doing tonight. Do you polyester thread when sewing on your sewing machine? Yes, it's 100%. It's the Gutermann. I use all Gutermann thread, black and white on my regular sewing machine, 100% polyester. And then on my serger, I only use white. I don't ever change it out. I'm going to make leggings. I have leggings up on this next order. I get my tags from Etsy. It's another shop on there, and their name is Mountain Street Arts. Do you have any suggestions for fabric or blank shirts in Canada? I don't personally, but if I'm not mistaken, doesn't AJ Blanks have, does she ship to Canada? I'm not sure. Does anyone know? Like that it's hard to find prices for the materials like paper. Oh, you guys are talking about something different. How many shirts are you looking to buy? It's about where you get your tags. Okay, so yeah, Mountain Street Arts. Let me see. I'll show you the bag. So they're organic. Like I said, I'm switching my brand over to all organic. So these are organic cotton sew-in labels. These are my girl ones. And I don't know if you can see her name on there, but it's on the bottom. It's backwards. Is it backwards to you guys? But it's mountainstreetarts.etsy.com. And then these are my boy ones. They're just like all black. Same company. And she cuts them to whatever size you want. I just like them really small because I do baby stuff, and so I don't like a tag to be really big, but they're really soft. I know, it always looks backwards to me, but to you guys it's not, I guess. Yeah, let me see. I've never linked anything on here. Do I just type it in? Let me see. Hold on, I'll try. See if that works. I don't know. Or I'll try Street Arts. See if either of those work. Sandy, did I link those right? I've never linked anything before. Linking the shop that you get your elastic from. Yes. Let me look really quick because I can't remember their name off the top of my head. So if you're in a bind, again, you can get them on, you can get the elastic on Amazon. I don't get mine on Amazon, but you can get it on Amazon. Let me see which one I get it on. I'll just look up my order really quick because I just recently bought some. So whoever is new on here, I'm looking at my phone to find a link really fast. Okay. Is there a way to just search ordered in Etsy like you can on Amazon? Sandy, did I get it right? I'll have to link it later because scrolling, it's not, I mean, but anything below 18 to 24 months, so like newborn to 12 to 18, I use a size 1-inch elastic. So, and it's non-roll. I'm sorry, it's not non-roll. This is just regular elastic. It's very soft. And the reason why I do not use non-roll is because, well, it's harder. I don't like how stiff it is. But also the way that I do the in my leggings, matter if it rolls or it's secure on there by the serged edge, and I zigzag stitch over it, so it's not going to fold at all. Okay. Next. Is that all the questions for right now, ladies? Can you share where you purchased your heat press covers? Thanks in advance. Yes, actually, I don't know. I'm so sorry, but this fly is attacking me right now. They are called lower plat covers press. I got mine on Amazon. I'm pretty sure I linked them in my description of one of my last couple of videos that I posted. I can link them when I get off of this live, but they are from Amazon. And I'm pretty sure you can choose whatever size yours is. Actually, here, I can search on here. So I just linked these. Let's do here. So it is called a lower platen base wrap. Let me see what the link is. Sandy, I'm going to share this with you. Can you for me when after I do that? Because I can't do it on my computer. Okay. There's the lower. Okay. I just linked them. Hopefully she can link. Divine, I don't have the name of that company at the moment. I don't have it on my phone. It wasn't rebooting. So I'm going to link it when we get off of here. So just look at the description when we're done. But get them on Etsy. But you can also get them on Amazon too. Just look for 1 inch elastic or 1.5 inch elastic. See, these are really big. These are my 2 to 3T leggings. Thank you so much, Sandy. So I don't pin anything just because I've done this so much that I just don't need to. But you should always pin if you feel like you need to. Is my camera shaking when I'm sewing? Yeah, Zipper Shop has them. I didn't use them, but yeah, they do have them. But they come with big rolls. So when I get halfway down the leg, I usually readjust. Make sure that my legs are even all the way down. Sorry, I'm not like really explaining like I usually do. I'm in a hurry to get these done tonight. But I'm going to do a tutorial or a video on all these separate items that I make. My very, very first video on YouTube was my romper tutorial. So if you want to see how I make my rompers, the video probably isn't that great, but I do explain step by step what I do. Is my camera bouncing when I am sewing fast like that? Oh, good night. Connie, I didn't know you were here. Thanks for coming. So this is a non-directional fabric. It goes either way. So I just flip it and make sure all the edges are nice and even. I don't have to worry about the print because it goes whichever direction. Are you talking to me about t-shirts? I'm not sure who you're talking to about that. I don't know if I missed something. Start by making scrunchies and bandana for people and animals. Yeah, I used to make, well, I still do for the shop I'm in locally, but the bandana bibs, those are super simple. It's a really, really good starter project. And there are a ton of tutorials online for you to download. Look on Pinterest or Etsy has them. You can even make them if you just get like a bandana and trace out the pattern. They're super simple. Yeah, scrunchies are popular. So right here, I'm cutting this because it is sticking out a little bit and I don't want it to get caught back here in my needles. So I just cut a tiny bit of that off. So on my leggings, I take 4 of these and I mark my center points. So I like to put this in the center of, I don't know if you can see this, what I'm doing. So right here, you can see the center. So I put my clip right down the center of that. And then I pinch it so that my clip is in the center completely. And then I just pinch this end and you're going to find your 4 center points. So then I make sure that these are centered together like that. And I just pinch this side and mark that center point. And then I pinch this side and mark that center point. So now you have 4 center points. And this is the back where I'm going to put my tag. So that's just how I do it. You don't, whoops, sorry. You don't have to do it that way. This is just where I want my tag to go. So that's how I do it. And then I always take my pen. This is a heat-soluble pen. So whenever I go to press my outfit in the end, it'll disappear. And it's in the inside, so you won't be able to see it. But I can tell that this is the center because that's where it was folded. I'm marking that point on my legs just a tiny bit. I don't know if you can see that, but right there where I marked it, those are the center points right there. Can you guys see what I'm doing over here? So now I'm taking if you were watching when I made the bummies, I put the waistband on the inside of the pants. Now I'm going to be putting this on the outside of the pants, because when you serge it right here on the top, it's going to fold over like that. So you want the serged edges to be right here on this side, and then you'll zigzag around it. So when you're doing leggings with elastic waistbands, the elastic goes on the outside of the pants when they're inside out like this, because some people will flip them right side out and then do the waistband. And I don't want to confuse you, because in that case, you'll do it the opposite way. But I don't take the time to flip them inside out or right side out. I just leave them the way they are, the way I've sewed them. And then I just continue working. So if you're going to do it the way I do it on the outside. Sorry if I totally just confused you guys. Now this part, excuse me, this part gets a little tough when you're doing it in here, because you are pulling against the elastic to stretch it out. That's normal. You just have to do it slow and don't pull it too tight, because you don't want to rip your fabric. But they're supposed to be taut because it's an elastic waistband, and you want it to, the waist is supposed to be, you know, this is how it is right now, like if without the waist, and then it cinches it together. So now this is the back of my pants. So I want to start there first. So what I do is I lift my lift my presser foot. I can't talk. I stretch it to how far I can stretch it. And then I put it underneath the presser foot. And then I drop it, and then I drop my needle. That way I can let go and it doesn't go anywhere. So now I'm going to remove my pin. And I'm going to stretch it as much as I can without pulling it. And then you just keep going. Like, just take your time. Keep readjusting as you go. Just go slow. There's no race. And I use my thumb to pull the pant back if I can't see the elastic, because you always want to see the elastic. And these always get in my way, so I put my hand underneath of it. Then I cut this off as close as I can without cutting it. And you don't have to tuck this. I just do because that's just me. And I want to make sure it's extra secure. So I just tuck it under here a little bit. I do it to literally everything. Doesn't matter what it is, I do it. Okay, so there's your waistband. Now, what I do is I make sure that this right here, your seam, can you see that? This seam right here, I make sure it's laying flat. And then I just fold it over and line it up on here. And then I pin it. And I just do the two sides. I don't do the whole thing. Just make sure it's flat. Just like that. And then now I'm going to go over to the other machine again, and this is my back piece right here. So I'm going to go put my tags on right here, and then I'm going to zigzag stitch around the whole thing. I'm going to move the camera though so you can see me. So we can finish that really quick. Do you guys have any questions before I move you? If you haven't given this video a thumbs up, please do so. I would appreciate it. Yes, thank you, Michelle. Any questions? Any questions? I'm about to move you. Okay, I'm gonna move you right here. See my computer's down there. Okay. I'm gonna grab a drink really fast. Okay, I think I'm gonna move you closer. Or at least try to. Let's see. Does that work? This camera is better on the light, I guess, because the last camera would flicker so much. How many items did I start out with on Etsy? Oh gosh. Not very many. It was hard. I mean, it's hard because you don't know what you're doing. You don't know how to list them. You don't know tags and all that other good stuff. So I actually just started out with like certain categories. Like if I just wanted to do my teething rings or my pacifier clips or just leggings or just bummies. So that's how I did it. And then I just took I gave myself a goal to just to upload whatever category I wanted to upload. And then I would take like a few days and do that. And then I would move on to the next one. That way you at least have, because then it doesn't look messy and you're not going back and forth between all these different things. Like if I uploaded one legging, a teething ring, and then a romper, it's just like all over the place, if that makes sense. So try to make it organized and organize so there's a way to look at your shop. You can look at it as you're viewing your own shop and organize it through that too. Because if you upload something, you want to put it in the right order. So whenever I do a new print and I upload that listing, I'll go into my own shop and edit it and move it to wherever I want it to be, if I want it to be next to the other legging. But how I have mine categorized as prints. So this print right here. So I have this print in leggings, bummies, rompers, headbands, and whatever. So in my shop, I have them all right next to each other. That way, if somebody came on my shop and they saw these leggings and then they also saw the headband that matches it, they can get that too. They wouldn't have to go to a totally different category to find the matching item, if that makes sense. You can do it however you want. That's just how I wanted it because I wanted the customer to be able to see everything in that one specific print that they can get. Because they can also get a blanket in that print. They can also get a swaddle, all these different things. Because that's just how the company I get my fabric through, you can order all kinds of different fabrics, cotton, you can do organic, you can do minky, you can do gauze, you can do pretty much anything you want. You have your own choice. So I offer a bunch of different things in one print. if that makes sense. I hope I'm making sense. Oh, the size of my table? Okay, so my husband and I made that table, and it's basically 6 feet because 2 of those 3-yard, 1-yard cutting mats. So it's 36 by 36. So that's 6 feet by probably 8 feet long, because right here, if you can see, let me show you. Hold on. I'm trying to adjust it. So see, like, my cutting mat ends right here, and then there's still like 2 feet left over on the end right there. So it's 6 feet long or wide by 8 feet. I'm not really good at dimensions, sorry. It's probably about that, 6 by 8, I'd say. And then I just did it to however high I wanted it to be. And then I put wheels on the end of the table so that I can roll it around if I wanted to move it ever. Yay. You think so? You think it's better? The cost was a lot different too, so I hope it's better. But it seems to be a lot crisper. Like the picture is actually a lot clearer. I should probably hide this. And then also like it was bright when I put you guys over to the table, but it wasn't like blinding like it normally is. I do have burp cloths. I don't make them for my shop. I took them down, but I do make them for my shop, or for the shop that I am locally. Here, I can show you. I have a bucket right here of how I did them. So let me show you real quick. Let's see. Okay, so like this is how I did my bundle package. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see that. So it's blurred. It's like blinding. And then I did like on the back. Hold on. So like the back of it has like all the care instructions and everything like that. And then I packaged them together. So like this is the burp cloth, and then this is the bib. And so then they could get them as a set. And then if they were separate, then this was like how they looked separate. So like that, and then that. And then I used, I don't know if you can see it. It's like really soft, like fleece. And then I just put my 2 cam snaps on the back. I did 1 and then 2 on this side so they can adjust the size of their baby. And then the burp cloth was like this, so that it could like fit over the shoulder like that. So that's what I did for those. And it's the same backing. I use the same backing on everything. And then I just put my tag like down here on the bottom. There's my little boy tag. So this is just like stock that I use for the shop that I'm in. So whenever I make them like every now and then, just on the side. Like if I have extra fabric, I'll make one real quick and then throw them in here. Okay. Do you worry about the fabric company long run producing particular fabric that your items are posted in? So that is another reason why I went to Spoonflower, and that is because it's print on demand. So they'll always have it. Once the artist makes that print, it's always going to be there. So I never have to worry about it like not being there. Honestly, I would share my patterns. I would have no issue with that. I just don't know how to. I actually make them from scratch, and so I have no clue how to upload them or like make them for anyone. So if I can figure that out, I'd be more than happy to share. I just don't know how to do that. You use Pool Amber? Yes. Yes, I use Pool for my waterproof layer for my nursing pads. Which printer do you use to print your t-shirts in your shop, and what kind of paper? I use a company, so she does screen print transfers, and it's Hoop Mama. So that's where I get my, unless I'm designing it in Cricut by myself, I'll use vinyl. But if I just want a quick shirt to make, I order from Hoop Mama, and it's just a quick transfer. So where did I buy, Esther, what'd you say? Where did I buy what? The tag? Yeah, I just don't know how to like digitally make the pattern. Like I don't know how they upload it and do all that, or else I would. I'm not very techy at all. I don't know how to do that stuff. Oh, my tags are from Etsy. She linked the Etsy site. It's above in the chat if you want to scroll up. It's Mountain Street Arts. Okay, I'm going to sew this waistband on. If you guys have any other questions, wait till I get back on the computer because I can't read them as I'm sewing. So please hold the questions for now. This is a 2 to 3T. So I'm trying to get rid of my bigger tags because I used to have these ones, and these are my new ones now. Where are they at? Well, I don't have any more girl ones over here, but these ones are exactly the same as the girl ones. They're just black. But look how much smaller they are. They're way smaller. So I'm trying to get rid of these ones. So anything that's over 12 to 18 months, I'm using my bigger tags on just to get rid of the stock that I have. Then I'm switching over to all small tags because I don't like the big ones. Same company, same cotton, everything. It's just they're a little bit bigger, and I don't want them that big. So then I take this off. Make sure that my seam is laying flat. Take my pin out. You always want to make sure that up here is like nice and smooth. back stitch. And the reason why I start on the side right here is because I do back stitch and I don't want them to be able to see the back stitch. I used to do it on the back where the tag was, and you can see the back stitch through the material, and I didn't like that. So now I do it on the side seam. It hides it. And then you just keep adjusting. Again, take your time, don't go fast. I'm pulling down in the back as I'm sewing. It makes it run smoother instead of, if you don't, because you're pulling it this way, you got to pull it this way a little bit too. Otherwise it's going to get stuck. So whenever my hand hits this up here, I stop and then I readjust. I want my seam right here to be lined up with this seam right here. So just keep readjusting as you go. Back stitch. I don't know why I just always back stitch 3 and then I go forward again 2 just to make sure it's like caught in there. But look, you like literally, it's like in the, you can't see it because it's in the seam. And then I always try to like pull my extra string out. And if I don't like try really hard, but if I can, then I will. And if it doesn't want to go or budge, then I just leave it and then I cut it off. I'm not going to fight with it. So that one didn't want to work, but I just cut it off. So when I mean pull it out from the front, that means all 4 strings will come out on the front, and then I cut them all 4 at the same time. If they don't want to come out on the front, then I'll just cut 2 on the front and then 2 on the back. That's the only thing. Okay, so there are the pants. So they're like sewn on there. And they just look more professional, I think, when you do the waistband that way instead of a casing. And then like when I flip them inside out or right side out, they just look like, after, wait till I press them and they'll look even nicer. But then like, it just looks really pretty. So there's that. Okay. Let me see here. I don't feel like sewing this. Wow, let's see. So awesome. Didn't even notice it. How many do I have? Do you know? I haven't checked it out since this morning. 70 more. That's it. Woo! Thank you guys for liking this video. It looks like I've got even numbers up on top. I'm so new to this YouTube thing. I have no idea how it works. Okay. Well, if you guys want me to move you over to the packing station, I can pack these up with you on here so you can see how I do it. First, I have to heat press them real quick. So I'll move you guys over here while I do that. And I'll show you how I do that. This camera is a lot better, isn't it? It's like super clear. Finally got something right. This is my walking foot on my Brother machine. The one that I was just using, it's a walking foot. And I actually got this walking foot at Joann's in their section where they sell the sewing machines. And I love it because I had another one, but it broke and I needed a new one. And so I was just at Joann's. I happened to be there and I asked the lady and they had a universal one. And so she's like, try it. If it doesn't work, you can bring it back. And so then I tried it and I love it. And it wasn't even that much. 930. Nice. Yay. 70 more. Okay. Well, of course, now that I've tried to get that many subscribers so that I can use my phone, I like this camera. Where'd that come from? Okay. So I heat press everything at the very end. So these, I do the waistband. I don't just stick it in here and heat press it. I do them in sections because I don't want them to get wrinkles. Because if I did that, then all these, because you can see like the little waistband, I don't know what they call them, but they're just like little creases. I don't know the terminology for it. But I just do it for like 5 seconds. And then I do, to get this side seam, I lay that flat, and then I lay this leg flat right here. You want to make sure all your seams are facing up so they're nice and flat. And then do you remember what they looked like when I showed you after I finished sewing them? They were kind of poofy, like a bubble romper or a bubble bummy. They were really like flowy. So now after you press them, they look so cute. They're just like nice and like pressed after you press them. So that's that. See, this is what they look like before you press them. Like they're just not shaped. That's the word I'm looking for. And then after you press them, they look more shaped, prettier. And the seam is just a lot nicer. It lays flat. It's not like wavy and weird. It's not going to bother the child. My children are so fussy with seams, tags, anything. So I just take extra caution about all that because that's why I like the tags I have because they don't bother my kids. They're not like scratchy. This does take a little bit of time. If I were to just iron it, I could just, but I just like the outcome of this better. So there's this. Sorry if that's loud. I wish I could read the comments from over here, but I can't. So if you're asking me a question right now, I'm not going to be able to read it until I get back to the computer. So I just put my hand right here to hold it so it doesn't fall off. there's those. So I was actually way more productive tonight than I have been on any other live. So that's good. I did 1, 2, 3 orders, but they all had, well, most of them had more than one item. Clothing just takes a little bit longer than anything else, I think, because it's just made from scratch, and so you have to put each piece together. And what I'm feeling for is the back of this too, because I don't want to press it and then there's wrinkles underneath. I want it to be nice and flat on the back as well. There's those. We have these and then the leggings, and we're done, and then we can go package. If you guys want me to move you over there. I'm going to have to move the computer and everything. How long have we been on here? I don't want my microphone to die. It died at like 3:50 last night. Okay, I think we're good. It's getting wrinkles underneath there. I can feel them. So I have a model that, well, not a model, but it's a baby that I use for my model, and I send her whenever I have new releases or anything like that. So we do like an exchange. She gets professional photos taken, and I get the photos, and she gets the outfit or whatever I send her. So that's what this is right here. I have a romper and a matching headband for one of my new prints, and so I had to make that for her and send it to her so that she can get photos, and then that's what I use for my Etsy or for social media, like posting on Instagram or whatever. So I have a couple. I have a boy model and a girl model, and then I have a couple of other like things that I do with different people. So that's a way to like advertise like your stuff if you don't have time to do pictures and whatnot. Like I do pictures on my like regular products, but I'm talking like people want to see pictures. Like if you make clothing, they want to see it on a child. Like what is it going to look like on a child? And I don't have time to take pictures of my kids like running around in all the different outfits. So it's just kind of a time saver for me. And then also, if you have customers who send you photos and sometimes they're not great photos, so you don't want those ones. You want ones that are nice, good quality photos, or ones that you can edit that are potential to be good photos or good quality. If they send those to you, all you have to do is message them and ask if you have their permission to use that photo. Like I do that all the time. You just have to speak up. Some people send me like in my reviews or anything like that, and if I like the photo, I'll just message them and say, oh my gosh, I love this photo. Do you mind if I share this photo, or do you mind if I use this photo on my website, or whatever the case may be? Here's those. See how much better they look after I iron them or press them? So yeah, I'll just message them, and I just 100% of the time I've gotten back, oh my gosh, yes, I would love my kid to be, showing off your stuff or whatever. And so that's how I get most of my photos, like on my website. So I'm folding these on here so I don't have to do it over at the station. I always do that. And then these go, I take them, make them like that. And I fold it up like that. And then I'll put them in the package. Actually, I put it in there like that with one of my like care instruction cards on it. That. Okay. So I'm going to come over here now real quick. I'm going to grab a drink real fast. I don't even know what my station looks like over there. So if it's messy, I apologize. I got to unplug you from here. Okay. I'm going to move you real quick. So if you get motion sickness, please don't look for a second. Give me like 2 minutes. I gotta move you guys over to my packing station. It's on the other side of my room. This is why I want my phone, because then I won't have to do this. So I'm going to actually lay the camera down for a second. So I'm warning you that it's going to just, you're going to be looking at walls and stuff for a minute while I move. I don't want to drop you guys. Sorry. I don't know what I dropped, but. Okay, we're almost there. Promise. Okay. Whoops. Okay. I did drop my computer charger, but I didn't drop you guys, so that's good. Okay, let's see here. Hold on, I'm just trying to rearrange over here for a second. I'm gonna go get the charger really quick so it doesn't disconnect. Give me 2 seconds. And then I'll answer any questions if you guys have any questions. Okay. Okay, I am almost there. Trying to figure out which one I can unplug and which one I can't unplug. Okay, we're good. Okay, let me go grab just really fast. Okay, so I was super excited because they were all out of, I used to always ship with these, my rose gold mailers, and they were out of them for the longest time. So I was using these white ones, which are fine. They're the same ones, they're just white, but I really like my rose gold ones. So I just got those back in today. So I was super excited about that. Okay. So I have not printed out their packing slips yet. Or I mean their shipping labels. Ah, I just dropped my pants. So what I do is, where did I put I just put everything in a bag because of COVID and everything lately. Like everyone just wants it secure, I guess. I don't know. These cards I use, these are my I'd love a review card. Stick those in there. I always put, with my rompers, I attach these. That's why they have a hole. I attach these with it to the shoulder strap. But my leggings don't have them. So these are just my care instruction cards for my, I don't know if you can read that. They just say, please take good care of me. I am handmade in the USA for your trendy little one. Please wash on a gentle cycle and dry me naturally. I always put dry me naturally on everything, and I put it in there with the words on the facing the outside so they can see that there's something that they need to read. I always do that because I want them to know that in order for the item to, or the product to stay nice, they need to dry them naturally. So I'm going to use my rose gold one because I'm super excited that they're back in. I always put a sticker on the back of everything just so they know that it's from me when they get it. And I didn't print her label out yet. So what I do with that is I'll just, I printed out their ticket, their invoice for me and for them. So what I'll do in that case is just pin it on the back of here until I print it out. So that's what I do with that. I always use my thank you stamp. Put that on there, and then I write them a thank you note. Her name is Julie. I say, thank you, Julie. I hope you love these sweet leggings. And a heart. So she gets her invoice, thank you card on top, business card on top of that. She already got my review card and she already got my care instructions card, which both have care instructions on them, just in a different way. And then I just do that, put that in there, and I seal it. And then I just put this together because I don't have my clips over here right now. I'm going to use this tape because I don't want to, I already sealed it, so I don't want to forget like whose is what. So I'm just putting that on there like that. Okay. Now this one is just 2 boy items. So what I was planning on doing, because I only have like, I don't know, 30 of these ones left, I was going to do all boys with white and then all the girl ones for now until I run out of the white. The whites were going to be boys. So this is what I do for these. I do that right there, right like that. So this bag is a little big for them, but my small bag is too small for them, so I kind of had to go in between, which I don't particularly like because I like it to be snug, but not everything can be perfect. So they have that, and then they have the card. And actually, this person she ordered 3 different times. So we're waiting on, let's see here. She ordered the dinosaur ones are this, and then this is a planet one. So these two are the same ones, or for the same order. And I'm waiting. She ordered a blanket and a pair of bummies in a completely different pattern. And I'm waiting on this fabric to come in. So I got to keep that. So I'm going to give her invoice for this. And I'm going to give her invoice for that because they were 2 separate ones. And I'm going to keep this little piece right here for me. And so also, like, so this particular person messaged me on Etsy and asked if I had a bear print that she really liked. And we kept talking back and forth about this print. And can you guys still hear me? Because last time it cut out and I just kept talking. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Anyone? Okay, perfect. So anyway, she messaged me on Etsy, and we kept going back and forth between prints, and she was just like, asking me all these questions about if I had this or that or whatever. So I just told her, because Spoonflower is just a website anybody can go to. So I said, go to Spoonflower, look up what you're interested in having, and then send me a picture of what you want, and I can order that fabric for you. So she did, and so we're waiting on that fabric to come. I said, if you're not in a hurry, then we can order whatever you want. So she was super excited about it. She got to pick her own personalized pattern, and she made a blanket out of it, and she's getting a pair of clothing out of it. And I really liked the pattern that she picked, so I'm going to upload it to my Etsy shop because it's super cute. So it's a win-win. And I made a friend out of it because she was super sweet, and she was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to, buy more when I figure out, like, whatever we need or whatnot. So it's always nice to just kind of like talk to your customer. So for her, I'm saying, I hope you love these sweet bummies, and I cannot wait for your other print to arrive. Okay, that was a long note, but she spent the time to actually make 3 different transactions, so I'm going to spend the time to write her a nice note. Okay, so that is that. And this needs to go on here. Okay. So this is another order from her. I need to keep that because we don't have that yet. So I'm going to put that back over there. So my ping pong table, if you guys don't know, this is a ping pong table. I've taken it over. We don't use it anymore. This side of the ping pong net, I do all of my orders that need to be cut. So whenever I print them out, I put them in these envelopes, and then I lay them out right here by the date that they need to go out, and then we cut them, and then I put them in their file by the date they need to go out. And then on the other side of the net is open orders. And so then when I come out and work in the morning, I'll pull the orders that need to go out the soonest, and I'll take them over to my table where I was just working at, and then I work through them that way. And then we just kind of go, I just kind of go through the flow that way each time. Okay. They're sticking to this. There we go. Tickle in my throat. I usually don't do like this. Like, I usually do all my orders and then line them up on this side right here and do them like that. And I already have it all printed out and everything, but I wasn't prepared, so it's okay. I wasn't prepared for this live either, so we're doing it. We're making it work. Okay, so here is a order that is a gift. So I print out their gift card. So I know a lot of people have questions about do you gift wrap it or this or that? So no, I don't. I mean, unless they specifically ask for it to be gift wrapped, I will gift wrap it. But you saw me. I did it the regular way. I put, the care instructions card in there so they know how to care for it. I'm going to write them a thank you note, but I'm not going to thank them for their order. What I'm going to say is I look at they usually write a note on here. Like this one just says a gift for you to enjoy from Sylvia. And they ordered 3-girl, 12 to 18 month bummies. So on my note, I'll probably just say, I hope you love your bummies, or I hope your little girl loves her new clothes, or just something like that, like as a gift, instead of like, thank you for your order, because she didn't order it. So you want to think about that stuff. And then I usually put my card underneath theirs because I want them to see their note first and see who it's from, because that's kind of rude if I put mine on top of theirs. I don't know. That's just how I think. So then I do that. And then I'm going to put some of this, I'm going to sprinkle just a little bit of this on top because it is a gift. So I'm just going to put a little bit of my crinkle paper. I'm running out of it. I was like, I got this 2-pound bag of crinkle paper, and I'm like, I'm never going to use all that. And I've used it all, so. Okay. Alrighty. Well, that was all I have for you guys tonight. Do you guys have any questions for me before we end it? What time is it? 11? That wasn't too bad. I'm going to grab this chair right here where I'm I'm going to, yeah, as I don't want to move you guys, so I'm just going to put you right here. Let me get this chair really quick so I can chat with you for a second. Okay, so what, I don't remember who asked me the question about my shirts, but so like I made this, like this is from my Cricut. This is vinyl. So I make stuff like that, just simple designs like that. But like this right here, this was a, can you see that? This is a screen print transfer from Hoot Mama. So these ones are like, you can get them in colored. This one was just one color, but you can get multiple colors. I don't know where I think I gave them all to the shop that I'm in, but you can get all different colors. So I'm going to read some comments here. Don't look at my mess. Sorry, this is the back of my garage. Talking about shipping prices. I offer free shipping on all my items, but I add it in there. So it doesn't take away from the money that I make, if that makes sense. Yeah, I offer free shipping for everything. And I always offer a sale. Like right now, I have a 15% off sale. It just helps you. It boosts you up in the high up in the algorithm. So whenever I do a sale, I account that into my prices as well. So I just add a couple dollars onto my items, and then I don't even I don't eat it, if that makes sense. I add it into my pricing. Give enough watch hours to get monetized? Not yet. I'm at almost 3,000. Watch hours are hard. I feel like that's the hardest part. I think I'm at, last time they only update every 24 hours. So the last time I looked, I was at like 27 something, 2,700 something. This? Oh, thank you. I'm like, the weather's so weird here right now. Like, I don't know if it's going to be hot or cold or what. So, yeah, I threw this on. Yeah, I have AC in here. So, I have like all these vents up here and everything. It gets cold in here though. Like when it's winter, it gets cold. I can cool it down in the summer because we have AC in here, but we don't have a heater in here. Do you guys have any questions for me? Everyone all chatted out? I can show you. I don't know if this camera is better, so it might pick up. Don't look at my messy garage over here, but that's my photo booth right there. Right there. Those lights and everything, that's my photo booth. Well, I have been on Etsy for about 3 years now, and I wasn't really taking it seriously for the first year and a half. So I really only been busy with my business for the last year, I'd say. And I don't know. It takes a while. I'm still learning. I'm still like figuring out how much to buy, how much money to like put into the business, and how much money for me to keep. Like, I don't know. It's a lot. It's a learning curve for sure. So, I really don't know how to answer that question. I I feel like I'm profitable, but like I don't know how long it took me to get profitable. Probably, I mean, if I had to guess, I would say 8 months, because in the beginning you're just you're starting your business up, so you're buying everything. I'm still organizing my shop. Like every day is something new, so it's a work in progress for sure. I might be able to show you guys. I'm gonna have to walk the camera over there. If you guys wanna see it, I can show you. Sorry, I just touched that again. My camera or my computer's not hooked up to the wire. I didn't plug it in, so I can probably just carry my computer with my camera. Let's see. We're gonna try. I'll see if this works. So we're gonna go on a ride. Okay. Let's see here. Don't judge me on my messy garage. I have 4 kids, and I don't have time to clean up stuff. So I'm gonna hide my car. Okay. So this is how I do my photo booth. I made those papers or those backgrounds. So it is, let me see if I can set can I set this down on anything? Let me see here. Hold on. Hold on. I'm going to see if I can set this down right here. Give me 1 second. I'm going to set you down here real quick. Okay. So I'm going to move this around. So this is going to get really bright for a second. There's one light. See how bright that gets? But it's different when you're looking like in it. Like, see how much better it is like inside there? And then I also have, I don't know if you can see it. Hold on. That light up there, I have that like rigged up, and it is, I don't know if you can see it. It's like hooked up there. And so that shines down on the photo booth down here. And these are, what is that name? Can you see that name? That's the name of the lights right there. I got these on Amazon. They weren't very expensive. So I used 2 of them. I used one of them on, you want one of them on each side, because if you don't put them on both sides, then you get shadows. So then I come right here, and I used to use this. It's a white vinyl background, but I like this much better. These are foam boards. I just got 2 foam boards, and I got this like vinyl. It's not even vinyl. It's just like paper that I got on Amazon, and you can get it in any shade you want. And I just like, let me show you. I can show you this one. So see, I just like taped the back. I just like taped it all around. So I have them matching up right here in the corners, and I just use this to hold it back. Like that. And then I just have all these like little random like wood things. I have all these ones over here. This one says wild. I have these like hearts, and then like a rainbow. I have these for boys. I have these like paw prints. I have this like never grow up one. Good vibes. Love, adventure. And then I have this whole bucket over here of stuff. All of these are like my, all these like flowers, or I have all these like different like cotton. I have this thing right here. I don't know if you can see that. I just use all kinds of different like things to put. You always want something green in your photo, even if it's just like hanging on the edge. You want something green. It just literally makes the photo pop. So I switch off between this one, that one back there, because it has a little bit of like white on it. I like that. And then for girly stuff, I use this one right here with just like a little bit of like flowers. And then, whoops, I like that one up there too. It has like beads on it. So that is my photo booth. It looks like that. So there you go. There's my photo booth. Okay, now how am I going to grab this? Hold on. Go back over here. Sorry, guys. I got to plug my computer in really quick. I'll be right back. I just don't want the computer to die, so that is why. I'm just trying to get it over here. Okay. My struggles are real. Okay. Where's the thing at? There we go. Okay. Do you guys have any questions for me before we get off now? I'm going to turn around over here. Okay. Now I can sit at the table and talk to you guys. If you guys have any more questions, let me know. I'm here. Hello. Okay. Okay, let's see here. I gotta try to move up here a little bit. But you need the light for photos. Yeah, I have to use those lights because we don't have to. It really, really enhances your photos. Those two lights that I use, I've tried a bunch of different ways to do them. I've even like taken my table outside and like tried to set up that whole thing. But I just feel like the way that I do it, the photos come out good every time. It's going to be great. I love Nita's videos. I watch them. I watched her before I even knew like about Discord or anything. She's actually the one who, her and Adelaida are the ones who got me on Discord. Because I kept watching Nita's videos and she kept saying, Discord, Discord, join my Discord. And I was like, what the heck is Discord? And then I finally joined it. And now, look, we are all on here. All right, let me see if I can. Do I pre-wash my organic cottons before I cut them out? And where do I find teething rings safe enough for babies? Ginger, I do not pre-wash any of my fabrics because of allergies, and also I just never have. Like I put it in my description that I don't pre-wash them and that they're true to size after the first washing. And I've never had anyone complain about it. I've never had anyone say anything about it. So I just kind of do it. excuse me, when I first started and I was buying like fabric from Joann's and stuff, I always pre-washed my fabric, but that was because I didn't know what I was doing. Like, I don't think I probably wouldn't, if I were to redo it, I probably would not. Only because you don't know who's allergic to what's, you don't know. So no, I don't. And then as for teething rings, I I mean, you never know, but I just order organic um, organic beechwood, and it's safe for babies. There's nothing like bad about it. They can chew on it. You want to make sure you're getting like buying from a good company though, because you want to make sure that they're actually like so there's a good test. If you hold a ring up, like the teething rings that I get, if you hold them up in the air and drop them on like granite tile or cement or anything really hard, if you drop them from like above your head and they break, don't sell them. Because if a baby dropped that or chewed on it and it broke, then that would be bad. So that is my test, and I've tested out this one company like all the time, and that's who I buy from. So I don't ever have any issues. I have a photo tent for soaps, but it's way too small for most of my fleece items. So for consistency, I shoot on my floor, constantly disinfecting it. I hope so. It's already 3 hours long. It doesn't even seem that long. Probably because I was productive tonight and I got 3 orders out. And 3 orders doesn't seem like a lot, but when you're making clothing, it takes forever. And that's just talking crap about me not pre-washing. Oh, well, I mean, they can talk crap. I'm still going to do what I do. Like, I'm not trying to be rude or anything like that, but everyone has their own way of doing it and their own way of running their own business. And your business is not their business. So they can say what they want to say. And that's just how I feel. Like, again, I'm not trying to be rude, but this is my business and this is how I run it. And this is how I've ran it since I've started. And I haven't had any customer complaints. Everyone has given me good reviews. Like, I'm going to keep it that way. So, I mean, that's just how I feel. Rude people. I didn't even realize that was you, Cindy, that said that. I was talking to you that whole time. But yeah, like, who cares? They can say all they want. They can say all they want to me. I'm not gonna like. I don't like to be rude, but like, this is my business and this is how I want to run it. So everyone has their own opinions. Exactly, Nita. Once you wash it, it's not considered new. So, and honestly, like, yeah, once you wash it, you can smell the detergent on it. Even if it doesn't have a scent, I can still tell that it's been washed and it's cannot considered new anymore. And I don't want that. Yeah, exactly. You don't buy pre-washed clothes. Okay, where am I at? You lost me at the cold process. I've never seen. She did mention that in her video that her husband was on Discord because he's a gamer. I remember that video. Okay, I can't figure out where I left off. Okay. Yes. Oh, girl. I would be like, this is my business, and you can run your business how you want to run yours. But I don't see you over here working for me, so. Yeah, I would do the same thing. Cheers. Go ahead and comment. Just means that you're wasting your time on my stuff. Right? With my Nita, I have fat thumbs. Did you just were you on earlier when I was talking about my scissor find? Because I have fat thumbs. My thumbs are too fat to fit into my normal scissors that I use to cut my corners. I'm going to turn this off really quick. And so I found these scissors at Walmart. They're just mini friskers and they fit my thumbs like perfectly. And they're very, very sharp. Yeah, I love them. I just got them yesterday, but I'm in love with them. Walmart. I went there to go get applique scissors, and because I needed them like today or yesterday, but they didn't have any. I don't know why they've been out of everything lately. And but then I found those, which aren't applique scissors. I have other ones, but I got those because I was like, oh, these look nice. And I love all Frisker stuff. Like it's super sharp. And if you need to replace them, it's cheap to replace them, and they're everywhere. So I picked them up and I got like 3 pairs of them, and they're really nice. So go get yourself some. I think they're like $7. Oh my gosh. Yeah. That would not be good. Or like going back and forth between messages on your phone. Have you guys ever done that? And then you accidentally send it to the wrong person and you're like, Okay, so how was my camera on the angles? Back to the camera. I feel like it picks up every move. Like I'm swiveling in my chair right now, and it's like moving to what I'm doing. Can you guys see that? Oh my gosh. Nice. Like, does it autofocus or what? Because I'm not paying attention when I'm trying to show you guys. See, it looks blurry to me. It's not showing it. Why isn't it doing it? Maybe it's too close? There you go. I know, me too, Cindy. We're like the same person. Like when you were having anxiety, I was having anxiety. I felt so bad. I don't know. It literally is just a camera that plugs into the USB and then I just put it on a tripod. So I don't have a clue. Literally, I think I've said this 1,000 times. I don't know anything about technology. I plug it in and hope it works. How is it already 11:30? feel like I had such amazing people on this live tonight. Not that I don't ever like have amazing people in all my lives. I just feel like I was so much calmer on this live compared to any of my past lives. Maybe I'm just like getting more used to it. I don't know, but I didn't have to restart it all today. Oh my gosh, Sandy. So that means it was my webcam all those times. That webcam. Don't get it. It's this one. Don't get this one. This one is a nightmare. Yeah, I definitely needed time because I'm actually a very shy person. So this whole YouTube thing was very scary to me, but I did it. And I met all you lovely people, so I'm very happy about it. Aw, Nita. Aw. Yeah, Mia, because it cuts off like 5,000 times every time I'm on a live. Tonight it didn't. I was like, okay, so right when I got on, up on the top of my computer, it said something about my connection server, and I was like, no. And then it didn't cut off, so I got lucky. That's funny. You guys are funny. Well, you guys are like two little lovebirds now. You even hang out on the same live at the same household. I was waiting for you to say that. Nita, you need to go to bed. If you're not working, you need to go to sleep. You work too much. Yeah. It's been what? How many weeks now since Red has been on? Well, it was since Nita's first live, right? He's already probably upset. Or he's like passed out on the couch. Whenever I go in there, he's like waiting up for me, but he passes out on the couch because we have a couch at the end of our bed. And then I'll go in there and he'll be passed out, and I'm like trying to sneak in. I'm like, was he out here? No, he's not out here. The other night when I was on super late too, I think it was like, I don't know. I was on late the other night. And I thought that you were going to come out like in the middle of my live and tell me that I needed to get off. And he goes, no, I knew you were on a live, so I wouldn't do that to you. And I was like, okay, good. Yeah, he totally supports me. He doesn't like to be involved in it. Like, he doesn't want to be in it or do anything with it. Like, I always joke with him because like Nita and Reddy like do it together, and then like just everyone and their husbands like do it together, and mine doesn't. Like, Cindy, now your husband's helping you, or he's been helping you, but he did a video with you the other night. So I just like joke with him about like, when are you gonna do it with me? When are you gonna craft with me? When are you gonna stay out, like, help me? And he just laughs. He's like, nope. Like, he supports me in every way, but he won't be a part of it. Because this, I don't know if you guys know, I don't think I've ever talked about it, but the reason why I have my business is because he was just like one day, because I used to have my own salon. I was a cosmetologist, and I ended up staying home after I had my first son, and I've always worked, and so I got bored staying home, and he was like, you need to just find a hobby, like find something that you want to do that you're interested in. And I didn't know what I wanted to do. And my grandma is a super big crafter and a sewer, and I had not the slightest clue about sewing. And so I went over to her house one day, and she wanted me to do something with her, and I was just like, I don't know what I'm doing. And then I went home that night, and I had, of course, I'm a perfectionist, and I had to like see that fly. I had to like get on YouTube and just watch all kinds of videos on how do you do this, how do you do that. And so I just like kind of taught myself that way, and now it is my entire business. So yeah. Yeah, he did hold the camera, you're right. But I was just like, ooh, is he gonna help me or is he gonna get mad? Yeah. Yeah, he just watches his movies, his TV, and his football, and he lets me do my thing, so I let him do his, so it's fine. But it's funny because like on the weekends we'll come out here and hang out in the garage, and I'll be working or doing stuff, orders if I need to or whatnot, and we'll just have a drink and listen to music and hang out in here and talk and stuff. So it's kind of like our hangout area too, like after the kids go to bed, because this is in the garage, and so the kids can't hear us out here at all. So we listen to music and just hang out in here. Yeah, my husband sports all day if he could, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, he supports it totally. But for those of you who are asking, like, when is it profitable and stuff, it's literally a blink of an eye. Like I just said, I started this as a hobby. Like, I had no idea it was going to turn into this. So, I mean, just have faith and keep going. Don't give up. It'll happen. I mean, look at Angela's story. If you guys have you guys watched her story on her YouTube about like where she started and everything? That's inspirational right there. Yeah, when me and my husband first started dating, after he told me to find my hobby, It took a while, like after, I figured out that I wanted to learn how to sew and stuff. We were at the store randomly. I think we're at probably Walmart. I don't know. And I was like, will you buy me a sewing machine? And he's like, what? So we bought a sewing machine, and it was a Singer. And I didn't know about brands. I didn't know about anything. So I got a Singer. It worked fine. Actually, I gave it to my grandma because she needed a new one and I wasn't using it anymore. So I was like, here, you can take this one. And then after my Singer, I upgraded to this one, actually, my brother. And then I upgraded to my Janome. And then I just recently upgraded to my embroidery machine. So I got my serger and cover stitch in between all that after I started doing like clothing and everything. But it was just like one after the other after the other. And then the reason why I got my multi-needle was because I was embroidering on my Janome, which is a combo machine. It's a standard sewing machine and an embroidery machine all in one. And so I kept having to switch it out every time I would. So I would try to do like all my embroidery at one time, and then I would put the arm or put the arm away and then do regular sewing. And that got so annoying. So I was just like, I'm going to get a multi-needle. This is so ridiculous. So that's how that happened. Yeah. I mean, I love that machine, and it actually stitched out really, really good for a combo machine. Like, it literally looks just like my multi-needle after the stitch out. It was just such a pain to have to try to like put them on back and forth each time. So then once I got my multi-needle, I put my table, that big table I have on it that I showed you guys the other night, for my blankets, because I didn't want to put that table on until I was only using it for sewing and not embroidery, because I didn't want to have to take that table on and off, because you have to adjust the legs on the bottom for the height, and I didn't want to do that every single time. So now that one just stays like that and I don't move it ever. Okay, so we've been on here for 3.5 hours. I'm not getting off because we're just chatting, but if it cuts off, it's because my mic died, because that's what happened the other night. It literally just died, because I don't know how long these last, these mics. I think they only last like 3.5 or 4 hours. I'm not sure. We'll test it, because it's been 3 hours and 26 minutes. So I'm thinking they last 4 hours, but I'm not sure. Good morning. You came on here the other night when I was just about to get off too. It's like dinner time at your place, right? Esther, what time is it where you are? Oh, it's 8 a.m. Okay. Somebody else was on here the other night and it was like 6 p.m. when I don't know. I think it was this like around the same time, like 11 something. It was like 6 p.m. their time. I just got done doing a bunch of orders and packing them up and everything. We were just sitting here chatting before we got off, because this microphone that I have on here, it doesn't last very long. So it might cut off here soon. I think it only lasts like 4 hours. I've been on here for 3.5 hours. Yeah. Thank you for answering my questions and showing us your process. Of course. Of course. That's why I'm here. I love showing you guys everything I do. I'm an open book. I don't hide anything. So that's why I say if you have any questions, let me know, and I will be more than happy to answer anything I know. I'm not super knowledgeable of everything, but I will definitely try my hardest to answer your questions. Thank you so much. Yeah, I didn't sit and like explain everything like I normally do just because I had to get those orders like packaged and ready to go for tomorrow. Excuse me. So I just kind of worked through them, but I kind of like told you like what I was doing as I was doing it. And I tested out my new camera. That's why I had a live tonight, because I got this new camera and I wanted to test the angles and the picture and everything on it. So far so good. So watch the replay and then comment on there how you think the camera did, if the angles were good and everything like that. So my kids were so into helping me, my two girls, because I have a 15 and a 13-year-old. And probably up until this last like 8 months or so, they were super into helping me. But so like last year, I didn't do any markets this year because of COVID. So last year when I had markets to do and I had to do like a bunch of inventory and like tag everything and just like the whole lineup of everything I do. That's why I have all that mess back there, all those shelves and stuff. That's for my markets because I would take my whole setup there and they would help me all the time. Like I would say, okay, you guys, who's going to tag or who's going to flip them inside out, because everything that I sew has to be flipped inside out and then pressed and then top stitched and everything else. So one of my girls would tag, one of them would flip them inside out. One of them would take, the little wooden stick, to poke the insides out. One of them would do that for me. So yeah, they would be super helpful. But now they're teenagers and they don't want to do anything. Like I literally like my younger daughter who's super sweet, I'll tell her like, "Do you want to help me today? I really really need help." And she'll be like, "Sure, I'll help you." Like she's all like sweet about it. And then she'll like scatter off and pretend like she forgot about it or whatever. So I won't even like ask her again. I'll just be like, "Okay, whatever." So, nope, they don't help me anymore. How well do you do at markets? I want to do one, but I don't know how profitable I'll be. I was actually super profitable, but it depends on what market you do. It has to be in your niche. But actually, I take that back. It just has to be the right one, like the right area. Like the one that I did was, I mean, you guys aren't from here, so you don't really know where I'm talking about, but it was downtown Gilbert where I live. And I mean, I live in North Scottsdale, but it was downtown Gilbert. But Gilbert is full of families. Like it's just kids, families, like everything. And like it's a nice part of the town where the market was. So tons of people just shopped. And so it was good because like nobody asked why my prices were my prices. Nobody asked like anything. I just literally like had this whole setup and people would just shop, and I got a lot of like people that were shopping for baby showers, grandmas shopping for their grandkids, like just stuff like that, friends shopping for their friends. So like I think my highest market was probably 1600 in 4 hours. So it was good. Like I'm sad that I can't do it anymore, but there's no way with how busy I am with work right now that I can make all that inventory for a show, plus inventory for the shop that I'm in, plus do my orders. So I had to cut back on something. And like I did them once a month. So it wasn't like a ton, but I basically did it for fun and I did it to get out of the house because I'm a stay-at-home mom, and I would just that one day was just to like go talk to humans, like adults, and like interact with like because I did it with my friend. She had a booth. We always got booths right next to each other. And so she did bracelets. Actually, she does these kind of bracelets. I don't know if you can see them, but they're the lava stones where you can put like your essential oils on them. So she makes those bracelets, and we actually started out together, like sharing a booth, a table, and then it was nice. It was so fun to see like each one of us blossom, and we now like we would never be able to share a booth anymore because we've both grown so much. So it's sad that I can't do it anymore, but it was really, really, really fun. I live in Arizona. But yeah, like my booth that I had, I wanted it full. Like I didn't want somebody to come into my booth and it be sparse. So like I hustled. I had tons of clothing. I had like those black racks over there. Can you see like all those these racks right here? Those were like full of like all my teethers and stuff. Like I had teethers and pacifier clips and like all kinds of stuff like hanging on those. And it was just full. It's sad though. Like my friend, she still does them. So she actually did one this last weekend, and she posted a picture of it, and I was like, oh, I wish I was there. So maybe I can find a picture. I can show you guys on the screen real quick. I have, I don't know. Let's see. So this is the shop I'm in actually. So can you guys see that? All that stuff is mine in there. All that baby stuff. It's like all my clothing, and then it's all like on the other side too. That's just like the one picture I could get in there. Um, let's see. Oh my gosh, you guys! I hear coyotes outside of my backyard, and I think they got something. Okay, so here's one picture. So that is a picture of my sign and my clothes on one rack. That's just one piece of it. Here's another one. Those are my leggings and my onesies and everything. And everything is handmade. Those are my aprons and my shorts. I did it by girls and boys. And then here's a little table. This was my cell rack, my cell table. So little headbands, and then all these like, all those are my bummies that were on sale. And then these are my bibs that I had. That was in front of my booth, sticking out when people walked in. I had bibs on one side and burp cloths on the other. So that was those are my burp cloths on the other side. And then these are my teethers, the little rack that I had. And see, my friend, her station was right there. Whoops, I just liked my own photo. I double tapped on it. And that was it. And then I had a blanket rack, but I didn't get a picture of that. Yes. Yeah, so there's just like so much inventory that like I just don't have time to do right now. So yeah, one day maybe I'll be able to do it for fun again. Who knows? It is fun though. All right, guys. Well, I'll probably shut this down because I think my mic's going to run out. You guys all should go to bed too. My head is going to hit my keyboard if I don't go to bed. Yes, Dawn. Same here. I'm actually not that tired. But I went to bed early last night and the night before, which is super odd for me. I'm usually up until 3 in the morning, like you, Nita. So I took last night and the night before off to catch up on some sleep, and it felt so good. So I feel good. But anyway, thank you all. I love you all. And I will be on my live on Monday, 8:30 Mountain Standard Time, like normal. It's going to be a tutorial, and I'm going to post on YouTube. I'm going to schedule it for Monday. I'll post the description of the supplies that you'll need for the tutorial. We're going to be making Mommy and Me headbands. So it's going to be a really simple tutorial. It probably won't take very long at all. So what I'll probably do is a tutorial and then talk about it and then probably just work. So it'll be a 2-in-1 live. It'll be a tutorial live and a work with me live. So um, on Sunday, don't forget Scandies. Connie from Scandies, she's having her live tutorial on Sunday night at 6:30 Central Standard Time. I think she's doing her tutorial that night. She'll post it. If not, she's still going live, but it might just be a regular live. I can't remember if it's a regular or a tutorial. And then on Tuesday, Gabby from Best of Both Worlds Co. is going to be doing her regular live this week because she just did her tutorial yesterday. So it's every other week. I will link it in my description. I'll link their shops in the description so you guys can follow them, subscribe to them if you're not subscribed to them, like their channels, and all that good stuff. So thank you all so much for being here with me tonight. I really enjoyed tonight. Tonight was my favorite live. I think I got a lot done, and yeah, time to go to bed now. So have a good night. I love you all. Bye bye.